Well, hello, time travelers, and welcome new time travelers. As always, if you're new to this channel and enjoy learning about history, one event at a time, then don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. Today, we're going to start out in 1536 when, having been found guilty on charges of adultery, Anne Boleyn, the second wife of King Henry VIII of England and the mother of Queen Elizabeth I, was beheaded. 1571 brought a Spanish explorer, Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, establishing the city of Manila in the Philippines. 1643 is when, during the 30 Years' War, the French army, led by Louis II de Bourbon, defeated the Spanish in the Battle of Rocaille, ending the Spanish military's ascendancy in Europe. 1802 is when Napoleon created the Legion of Honor, the premier order of the French Republic. 1845 is when Spanish explorer John Franklin's ill-fated expedition to find the Northwest Passage began, as the Erebus and the Terror set sail for London. Both ships later became trapped in ice, and Franklin and his crew perished. Now, the Ringling Brothers opened a small circus in Barbour, Wisconsin, on this day in 1844, and by the early 20th century had transformed into Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus, and leading American circus. Moving on to 1890, when Ho Chi Minh, founder of Indochina Communist Party in 1930, and the successor of the Viet Mai in 1941, and president from 1945 to 1969 of the Democratic Republic of Vietnam, which was in North Vietnam, was born in Hung Tru, Vietnam, French Indochina. 1930 is when playwright Lorraine Hansberry, whose A Raisin in the Sun, that premiered in 1959, was the first drama by an African American woman to be produced on Broadway, was born in Chicago. 5 years later, in 1935, British archaeological scholar, military strategist, and author T.E. Lawrence, whose life inspired the epic film Lawrence of Arabia, that came out in 1962, passed away at the age of 46 following a motorcycle accident. 1954 brought us Nicaragua announcing the severance of diplomatic relations with Guatemala, charging that the country under communist domination was a great threat to American solidarity. 2 years later, in 1956, Pope Pius XII condemned artificial insemination as immoral and absolutely illicit. 6 years before the turn of the century, in 1994, Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, who was the U.S. First Lady, married to President John F. Kennedy, became known for her style and elegance, passed away at the age of 64. 5 years after the turn of the century, in 2005, U.S. Airways and American West Airlines announced plans to merge under the U.S. Airways name to become the fifth largest carrier in the U.S. And finally, 6 years ago, in 2018, Prince Harry married American actress Meghan Markle at St. George Chapel, Windsor Castle. The ceremony, unlike any previous British royal wedding, mixed pomp and circumstance with African American culture, the latter a celebration of the bride's baroque background. And I will see you in the next one.